Back to the Profit Playbook. I am Kyrsti Snyder, and this is part 5 of how to maximize your sales without a following, meaning you have no engagement, you don't know who to sell to, you're thinking that you want to make money and you're not sure where to start. Guess what? Everyone starts at zero. It's your choice if you stay there. I'm sure you've heard that before if you've already subscribed to the channel and you're already inside of this Profit Playbook. Now, remember, I do teach for free 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at about 2 Eastern. So hit the subscribe button, be notified, ring that bell every time I post a video. That way you're in the know from the very beginning for how to maximize your sales, how to do so effectively, even if you tried and failed before, or maybe you're starting a side hustle and you're totally green. I'm here for you, my friend. Okay. Now, I'm a 6-figure earner in the online space. I have 3 kids under age 6, and I also do my online business within 1 to 2 hours a day. And I want you to be able to replicate the same results, even if we're not working directly together in digital marketing, but you have a different side hustle and gig that you're doing, and you want to see those results. You want to see those sales come in. In part 1, 2, 3, and 4, we specifically talked about what to do to get a leg up in making money right from the beginning, no matter what you're selling. We talked about how to do TikTok. We talked about what to do as far as hashtags. We talked many different things for how to be branded from the start in a cold way of marketing so that you don't feel like spammy Kathy. You're not bugging family and friends, but you're actually being able to do so effectively with people who do not know you, which is the point. Most people, like 99% of the people on my YouTube channel watching this video right now have never met me in person. That's the point. You want to reach an audience narrowed down to you and who you want to work with, who you want to gain sales from and work alongside, not people who you're like, hi, I just saw you at the family party. Sorry, I'm the person that you avoid now, right? We're not using outdated strategies here. And I want you to know that first and foremost. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, my friend. I so appreciate the support. And I also want you to be in the know right from the beginning every single time I post, which is 3 times a week, maybe more later on, depending on your feedback. So be sure to hit the like button as soon as you find value. The more you give to me, the more I'm able to give to you, and the more I can teach for free rather than you being upsold into a stupid course and then being left in the dark for some guru to pay. And I'm not going to do that. And I don't want to do that. So give me feedback so I know in the best ways to help you. Okay. Now, in this part 5, I specifically want to talk about how to direct message. Now, in part 4, we ended on if your call to action from the 4-point formula for short form videos, you're going to want to go watch that if you haven't already. Inside of that 4-point formula, the last piece is you giving a call to action. Now, I ended on if on TikTok, your call to action is direct message me, you're going to jump through a loophole of not being able to send a link. So if you watched part 1 where you're sending a link, workwithbillybob.com, and that lands on whatever you're promoting, you can't send that on TikTok, which is fine. It's kind of funny that they don't allow you to just click and go, but same problem you'd experience in your bio. If you don't have 1,000 followers from a personal account on TikTok, you wouldn't have the ability to have Billy Bob, whoever, click and go. Here's the beautiful part. And here's what I want you to write down from this part 5. First and foremost, you want them to get off the platform anyway. So it's actually quite a beautiful thing that if someone is direct messaging you because your short form video followed the 4-point formula, at the end you said, direct message me if you're serious about whatever it is you're promoting, okay? And then Billy Bob direct messages you. You want Billy Bob to get off the TikTok platform anyway. You want him to get out of that app. You want him to have to type it into his browser elsewhere, which is why part 1 in setting up the right domain, choosing the right thing, capitalizing the beginning letter of each word, etc., all taught in this part. Okay. Part 1, 2, 3, 4. Subscribe so you don't miss anything. All of that encompassing the fact that you want them to get off the platform. You want them to be branded and involved with you, not hopping off for a second and then getting distracted, because that's the world we live in. People get distracted so easily. If you make it in part 1 to 4, and you're watching part 5 and you've followed the quick snippets, the quick hacks of marketing up to this point, the call to action when doing a direct message is going to be a lot more simple because the person messaged you, you're saying back to them when they have the time. You're not just going to spam them your link. You're going to have a conversation. Okay. You're going to have a conversation. So by the time that you say, go to workwithbillybob.com, they want to get off the platform. They want to go find you elsewhere. They want to pull it up separately on a different browser where it's either remembered, typed, and written for you to be remembered, for you to be readable. Not you yourself, but your domain for what it is you're promoting. Okay. Again, covered in one of the parts, part 1 or 2 or something. Can't remember. Now, listen, when you're direct messaging someone, say you put out a short form video today, you're following the 4-point formula, you get a bunch of engagement, people have commented, but your call to action was specifically to direct message you. Now you have a problem of you've got 5 or 10 or 12 messages from Billy Bob and Helga and Henry and whoever else. Now you're like, okay, Kyrsti, well, what do I say back? They messaged me. The video worked. The 4-point formula is smashing it. You're welcome. It's more now, what do you say? Well, what you say is, hey, Billy Bob, thank you for connecting about working at home. Insert whatever you do. Okay, I'm just using mine as an example. Have you seen my business overview yet? Your business overview would be a video sales letter or a specific video that calls to their attention for what it is you promote, whether that is, you're selling something for Christmas, that is you working online, just like me through digital marketing, you're selling something through a funnel, you're selling a course, whatever the freak it is, you want them to know, right from the beginning, right? First question, have you seen my business overview yet? Now, if you're a person who doesn't do what I do and you don't have a business overview and you're like, what the freak is a VSL? What's a video sales letter? That's fine. You still would want to say something back. Say, for the example, you do Etsy sales and you're selling mugs for the holidays. You would want to say something back that's like, have you seen the sale going on yet? Have you purchased your mug yet? Things like that. That way they have a yes or no response, and then you can take it from there. If all you do when they message you first is spam them your link, they have no reason to respond to you, which means the first impression is not conversation. You want to have a conversation. You want to stand out. You don't want to just be like, oh, link in bio. Yeah, you and everyone else. What makes you stand out? What makes you your brand? Make them want to respond by asking a yes or no question at the beginning. Billy Bob responds to your short form video on TikTok. He messaged you and says, hey, I want in on the whatever you got going. Okay, make money online as the example. I want to work at home with you. Hey, Billy Bob, great to chat with you about working at home. Have you seen my business overview yet? Billy Bob is going to respond because you ask him a question. If all you do is respond back with go here, he's never going to need to respond. He might go there, he might not. How would you know? How would you know from the very beginning? Especially if you're a timely person and you respond fast, how do you know he went there? Yeah, you might know that based on funnels, based on email sequencing on the back, whatever you got set up, that's great. But if you don't have those things set up and you're not a data junkie, you wouldn't know. But if you get a response from the beginning, much like a first impression, they have more reason to respond later, which means after you say, have you seen my business overview yet? Billy Bob responds back and says, no, I haven't. Say your video is 15 minutes long. You'd say, cool, let me know when you've got 15 minutes of time and I'll send it your way. Can't wait for you to watch. It's exciting. It's fun. You're having a conversation. He then would say, I kid you not, you guys, 90% of the time, he either has the time then or he says, oh, well, I'm off work at 5. Can you send it then? Whatever it is. Okay. He'll let you know if he has the time to watch, which means it's easy to follow up. It's so much more simple to follow up now because he literally just admitted he has the time to watch it now. Or, hey, I'm off work at 5. I'll reach out to you then, whatever else. You then make a note to follow up with him or he follows up with you, depending how urgent you've made it. Okay. You want them to admit when they have the time to watch because then they're already in the realm. They're already in the habit of responding to you. If you don't make them respond, you don't have a reason for them to respond. How the heck are you going to close a sale if they've never responded? You want them to respond from the start because that sets the first impression of conversation back and forth, not one-sided. Okay. So then he admits he has the time to watch your 15-minute overview, whatever it is. So then you send it to him. Let's say he can watch it right then. You send it to him. And at the end of that message, you say, I'll follow up in about 20 minutes. Can't wait to chat. That way, when you follow up and he literally just admitted he has the time to watch your video, when you follow up, he's going to feel like a dummy if he didn't watch the video. And when you follow up, it's not awkward on his end being like, whoa, saleswoman, you already told him you're going to follow up. He already admitted he has the time to watch. So the seamlessness in conversation continues because you set the right expectation. Okay. Try that out. Have a conversation with whatever it is you're promoting. Have your domain, link trees, stand store, whatever the freak it is. Don't have it be this huge long thing. Have it be a domain where a person wants to get off the platform, type it because it's easily remembered, written, and readable. Okay. Just like we covered in part 1 or 2. You want it to be where they have reason to respond. You want it to be where you're having a conversation. No, it's not going to take all your time. No, you're not going to be best friends with them. You are going to set the right preface, the right impression for responsiveness. So that way, when you follow up, it's seamless. Okay. You made it to the end of this video. Put the word seamless below. Subscribe if you want in on all of the Profit Playbook videos that we have. And ring the bell so that you're notified as soon as I post something. That way you're in the know for what to do and how to do it effectively in working online. We'll see you for the next video. Have an awesome day with Grace, Kyrsti.